Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Moving Right Along, a Muppet movie podcast brought to you by toughpigs.com. This is the podcast where we watch Muppets from Space 2 minutes at a time and talk about it a lot. I am your host, Anthony Strand.
And I'm your other host, Ryan Rowe.
And today we are joined by a return guest, an old pal. Guest, please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Noah Ginex, and my favorite Rick Moranis hat is Barney Rubble's crash helmet.
Good. Following up on an episode from some time ago for listeners, but I think it was released today. Is that right? As we're recording? Yeah.
Remind us when Barney Rubble wears a crash helmet in that movie.
When he gets fired from the quarry, he has to take several jobs.
Right.
And they're all dangerous, and one of them is he's a crash test dummy.
Okay, yeah. That sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Right.
I loved that movie.
I did too, and it's quite bad.
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
I was excited about it when it came out. I don't remember
very
what I
bad.
actually thought of it when I saw it for the first time, but
We might have talked about this, but
probably.
it is a movie where Fred and Barney take an intelligence test, and Barney is such a genius. Barney, a character who on the cartoon, if anything, is dumber than Fred, is such a genius that he gets the highest intelligence test score. But here's the thing. Kyle MacLachlan decided that choosing the highest intelligence test result was a good way to get a patsy in charge of his company, which seems like the worst way to get a patsy in charge of your company. But the creature shop effects look great.
Oh,
Yes.
yes, definitely.
So, anyways, we're talking about minutes 31 and 32 of Muppets from Space.
That's
We
correct.
derailed already.
And in these minutes, Josh Charles punches Miss Piggy in the face,
Repeatedly.
and Gonzo's fans gather at his house.
There are no
So-
dinosaurs in these minutes.
There are no dinosaurs. That's true.
No.
But Miss Piggy does say "Mama," which is kind of like Baby Sinclair.
Accurate.
There is we'll get to it. I think there are dinosaurs in this scene, but we'll get to it. Yeah.
All right. So at the start, though, we're back with our old pal Agent Barker, Josh Charles's character. He and Miss Piggy are still having a martial arts battle, which is where we left them off. And we start right off the bat with a reference to Muppets Tonight, because Miss Piggy distracts Agent Barker by saying, "Oh, look, Cindy Crawford." And that's a Muppets Tonight guest star.
It is.
Yep.
That's why they said her.
Bobo's girlfriend.
Bobo's girlfriend. That's what she's most famous for.
Yes.
Bobo as Bobo fell in love with Cindy Crawford when
Right.
she was a guest star on Muppets Tonight. She is a supermodel. Listeners probably know this. She was maybe the most famous supermodel of the 1990s.
In the 90s, I would say yes, definitely.
Yeah.
She was kind of, actually, I don't know if this still exists, but she was kind of the go-to shorthand for attractive female celebrity for much of the 90s.
Right. And
Yes.
that's what her Muppets Tonight episode is all about, too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like her raw magnetism is so undeniable that a bear falls in love with her. I don't know. Like, it's
Right.
Well, I mean, the
So
same thing
strange.
happened on Muppet Show with Fozzie and Raquel Welch.
Raquel Welch. That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah. That's true. When they have like a female sex symbol guest star, the
A bear
needs to
must fall in love with her. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I had never thought about it.
I guess so.
But anyways, she's not in this movie.
No.
And but that ploy does work. It distracts Agent Barker long enough for Miss Piggy to hit him. And this, maybe it's just because he was thinking about a beautiful woman already. He looks back at another beautiful woman, Miss Piggy, and he says, "Where have you been all my life?"
Yeah, he's into this.
He's so into it. And what follows is, I'm going to get this on the record, my wife Roz's least favorite moment in any Muppet movie,
Oh.
which is that I think actually starting with that, she really hates that line delivery from Josh Charles too. But then he says, "Where have you been all my life?" And then he punches Piggy in the face. And she says, "Is that all you got?" And then that happens 3 more times. And she says the same thing in an increasingly incoherent manner.
Yeah, I think it's not great, but it's almost salvaged by the increasing incoherence of her delivery. which
Yeah.
we kind of decided last week that Frank Oz was probably on set doing the puppeteering for the scene.
Well,
So
Josh Charles said he was in that interview. So
yeah, that makes sense to me because I do think that if it's funny at all, that's why. It's because of her like increasingly, sort of drunk sounding. Like, is that all you got? Is that all you got? Like that's the
sure,
highlight.
it's certainly memorable.
Yeah.
I think about it a lot. It doesn't make me laugh.
How often would you say you think about it?
When I think something has a small amount, when there's a small amount of something,
Oh,
I
okay.
will often think, is that all
Is
you
that all you
got?
got? Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. Okay.
But then do you say it again 7 times,
I say it
getting
four times.
increasingly more
I
drunk
say,
every time?
I say it exactly four times and then fall over, and Roz gives me noogies.
Somebody gives you a scoop of ice cream and you say, "Is that all you got?" And they give
Is
you
that
another
all you?
scoop and you
And then
say, "Is that all you got?" Yeah.
mhm. Got anything cheaper?
Ah,
And
yeah.
then so anyways, after the last one, she kind of like seems like she's gonna fall over, but she doesn't fall over. She falls into Agent Barker's arms because he grabs her and starts giving her a noogie, and then she screams, and then she yells, "Not the noogie!" And then she karate chops him in the junk.
I didn't hear not the noogie. I didn't make out those words. That's
She says
huh.
not the noogies,
Not the
plural.
Not the
noogies, plural.
noogies.
Yeah,
She doesn't want more than one. She got one.
right.
Yeah.
It's like the no homers club. They're allowed to
You
have
gave
one.
Jenny the noogies?
I was just thinking that she
She
doesn't
got
want Kermit to give Jenny the huggies and she does not want to receive the noogies.
the noogies, yeah. Uh, so are we avoiding the fact that she karate chops him in his genitals?
No, I don't like that at all.
No, it's
No.
horrible. It's
We
the
The
worst.
sound
have,
it makes is awful.
yeah.
The whole thing is bad.
We've talked more than once about how this movie, more than perhaps any other Muppet thing, seems like 90s kid targeted comedy. And I think
Very
this
much.
is like, I guess depending on how you look at it, the low point or the high point of that,
Low.
that this is, yeah, I mean, that's to most of us, I think it is. But
Yes.
I think this is the best example of that. This seeming like it's a 90s comedy for kids.
A lot of this movie, yeah, a lot of this movie is.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so it's not just that she karate chops him in the junk, which she does. It's that he then falls to his knees and
Hmm.
then falls over while going,
Yeah.
And making the cartoonish, you just hit me in the junk face.
yeah. And
Yeah.
it's not funny,
Nope.
No,
but it's
it's
just
not.
like it's just the thing that happens, and you have to accept it. But it's not over.
I mean, do we?
Yes, Ryan, you've seen this movie many times.
I acknowledge that it happens in the movie.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
all I'm saying.
I will also say I have other stuff from the screenplay drafts to get to, but Piggy hitting Agent Barker in the junk does not happen in any of the Jerry Jules drafts that we have.
Mm,
Of course it doesn't.
So I
that makes
assume that it
sense.
was not his idea.
Yeah,
Just want to get that out there.
I cannot imagine that it would be.
Right.
One might wonder if this was the turning point when he said, "That's it, I'm leaving," and quit the Muppets.
Could be. Who
I mean,
knows?
maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
But the scene's not over yet because now Miss Piggy has angry eyes, and she descends upon him
I do
as
like
she
seeing the angry eyes again. I had forgotten that those were in here.
sure she descends upon him as she yells, "Ah, mama!" And then it cuts
Okay.
away.
Which
Yeah.
I'm guessing, based on how it was shot, that line was looped later in a last ditch effort to try and inject any kind of humor question mark shrug emoji into the scene. Like,
Do you think she said something else originally?
I think they probably just got her out of the frame and said, "We'll deal with it later."
Sure,
Yeah, okay.
it's not. It doesn't really make any sense. I don't really know
No.
why she says "mama" of all things.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, she's a big fan of Rose's Turn from Gypsy.
That
That's
must
why.
be it. Yeah, that must be why.
That's But back home, Kermit is approaching 44 Bronson Lane, his home, when suddenly he hears people chanting, "Gonzo, Gonzo, Gonzo."
Gonzo,
And
Gonzo.
then a man in what appears to me to be an oddly decorated sombrero
Yes.
runs past while Kermit says, "What the hey?" So I like that. I like that Kermit says, "What the hey?"
What the hey is good.
A sparse crowd has gathered around the house, and Sam Eagle is addressing them. Says, "There are no aliens here, only good, old-fashioned, hard-working Americans." And then a chicken clucks in agreement. And then Sam says, "Now get off my Kentucky bluegrass."
I think this is my least favorite Sam the Eagle build. Like
Oh,
he looks the most mass produced, like the most streamlined, like his head just it, it's just a tube of bird and it man.
is this how he looked on Muppets Tonight?
I don't think so. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't. I have no idea.
I I have no opinion on Sam's build. He doesn't look great, I guess. I don't know. He looks like Sam to me here, but also I'm a well-known Philistine when it comes to puppet redesigns and things like that.
Well, you're
I
never
usually
going to
don't notice.
match like the, sex and violence very beginning of the first season look where it was like all raw foam and it was like he was part pink and he had like the big tufts on the side of his head and
Hmm.
like it just seems boring. And
Sure.
Oh, okay.
the joke isn't funny and get off my Kentucky bluegrass like just the whole I'm being a grumpy Gus.
No,
No, no, this is not a good
I
sequence in this
get
movie.
it.
Like,
I do
what's
appreciate
there to be positive about?
I appreciate that at least they made some fraction of an effort to be specific with this line because that's one of those rules of comedy that specifics are always funnier than, generic things. So the fact that he doesn't just say get off my lawn, he says get off my Kentucky bluegrass. And Sam does seem like the kind of guy who would know exactly what kind of grass they have. So is it funny? Maybe not, but did they make an effort? Yeah, they made an effort. They tried.
But it's the joke is that that sounds like an American type of grass, right?
That's right. I don't think
I
they made an effort. I
That's
think they
I don't.
made
that's why I
I
don't like it. Yeah.
yeah, I think they thought, what's the most what would Sam the Eagle say here? Like, what is a
Hmm.
patriotic thing for him to say?
Yeah.
Like, Sam
Okay.
the
Yeah.
Eagle is patriotic and likes rules. Like,
I was just thinking of it as this uptight guy knows exactly what kind of grass his lawn is seeded with.
Sure. It just has the name of a state in it, and
Yeah.
it's the combination of a state and an Americana musical genre.
True. True. Okay. You've
You
convinced me.
know,
This is not good at all.
it's not good. Kermit looks around, meanwhile, completely astonished. He can't believe what's happening. And then a kid yells, "Hey, look, it's a little green man." And Kermit just kind of goes, "Uh." So this child, did either of you look him up?
Oh
no.
no, no. I didn't
So
think about
he's
it.
listed in the credits as child. His name is Deron Barnett. I'm guessing he is a Wilmington local or was in the
Makes
late
Probably.
sense.
90s
Yeah.
because he has two credits. This movie where he says, "Hey, look, a little green man,"
Is the other
and
one Elmo and Grouchland?
two episodes of Dawson's Creek.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
And I watched one of his appearances on Dawson's Creek earlier today. Season 4, episode 13, entitled "Hopeless."
So
If
that's a
people,
little bit after this.
couple of years, and he looks older. I mean, you can tell. Obviously, he's a
Okay.
child, so he aged visibly.
Right.
He plays Will, a middle schooler who is being tutored by Jack. And get this, guys. He's Jack is teaching him how to like write and spell or whatever. They write a story together about an alien, about a UFO landing on Earth.
No way.
Yeah, yes, that's what happens. So
Wow.
his film and TV credit, his two credits on IMDb are both like saying a thing about aliens.
Yeah, I suppose it's too much to hope for that he uses the phrase little green men in his Dawson's Creek appearances.
Yeah, I didn't watch the second one, so maybe he does
Oh, yeah,
there. I don't
maybe.
know.
Okay. Okay, there's still hope.
Yeah. So anyways, there he is.
Wow.
And then Kermit says, "Excuse me, what are all you people doing here?" And then a woman walks up carrying
Hmm.
a sculpture of Gonzo she made out of mashed potatoes. And she says, "We were drawn here by the alien."
And
And that
here,
is a
go ahead, sorry.
no, just that's a line delivery I think about a lot. I don't know why. Like when I was watching this clip, I could hear it in my head before it happened.
Is there a certain thing that makes you think of it in your daily life, like the "Is that all you got?" line?
No.
Okay. If like if
Anyways,
you
what were
show
you?
up unexpectedly like to a party or something and somebody says, "Oh, I didn't know you were going to be here," you don't say,
I
"I
say
was drawn
we
here
were
by an
drawn here
alien."
by the alien. No, what were you gonna say, Noah?
Oh, I was going to say, this is the point in the clip where we find the dinosaurs because that pile of mashed potatoes is carved out of foam rubber. And foam rubber is made from uh, whatever is like petroleum,
Uh-huh.
and that used to be dinosaurs. So,
Wow.
Great,
You
great.
did it.
yeah,
It
Are you telling
happened.
me these aren't real mashed potatoes?
they are not. They
Oh man,
wobble
I
if
wanted
you
to
look
eat
at
them.
them.
So my thing about this mashed potatoes is I had not seen Close Encounters of the Third Kind when I saw this movie, when this movie came out. I saw it maybe 2 or 3 years later for the first
Hmm.
time. And so I spent 2 or 3 years thinking that Richard Dreyfuss like sculpted an alien head out of mashed
Mm.
potatoes
Oh,
because I knew this reference where it's Gonzo's head. So I just was like, okay, that's from and people, like my dad or whatever was like, that's from that movie, or people said it on Muppet Central forums or whatever.
right.
And so I was just like, cool, he makes an alien head. And then I watched the movie and I was like, that's the Devil's Tower out of mashed potatoes. That lady should have sculpted 44 Bronson Lane.
She should have. Okay, so you had never seen a clip from Close Encounters before you saw the movie where he does that?
I mean, I'm sure I had, but
Or
I
yeah, or you had
didn't.
just not retained it.
Yeah. Yeah, it was
Had
not
you
a
seen UHF yet, where Weird Al makes Devil's Tower out of mashed potatoes?
Yeah, but we talked about this. I didn't like UHF. We've talked
Oh,
about
okay.
this.
So you
I
saw it
saw
maybe
it once.
once
I
and
saw it
then
once as a child, did not like it at all. Saw it again around age 20 maybe, didn't like it at all. Saw it again in what year did the Daniel Radcliffe movie come out?
oh,
Uh,
maybe 22,
2020?
2020.
23.
Yeah.
Yeah, and right after that I watched it again and I liked it a lot.
Oh,
Oh,
good.
So that's
okay.
how long it took. I
Oh,
had to
good.
be I
But
had to be 39 years old or whatever.
but either way, you would not have retained the memory of the Devil's Tower mashed potatoes from that movie
Right.
either.
Probably not. Probably not.
Okay.
My wife and I drove across South Dakota and drove past Devil's Tower. And South Dakota is all advertising, like all down the highway. Like there's advertisements for like Wall Drug and for every
Mm.
possible
Hmm.
thing. You get to the edge of South Dakota into Wyoming, and there's not one single billboard.
Hmm.
And there's one souvenir store across the road from Devil's Tower in which they have license plates and shot glasses from every single state except South Dakota
Oh,
because
Love that.
the state of Wyoming hates South Dakota for some reason.
Well, so
wow.
so listeners may or may not remember that I'm from North Dakota. So I, of course, also hate South Dakota. My
Okay.
thing, my thing about South Dakota has always been that there's no difference between North and South Dakota, except that South Dakota is obsessed with tourism.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
North Dakota has like a very weak tourism board that tries, like, bless its heart, they're trying like a fourth grader writing a book report.
Is that their
But
motto? Bless our hearts, we're trying.
no, it's North Dakota legendary.
Okay.
Who cares? Anyways,
Wyoming's is Wyoming. Go away.
uh-huh, but South Dakota, it has, they defaced a mountain to put the faces of two Republicans and two slave owners.
Correct.
They made a building out of corn. They 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 made what's that thing called? Well, you mentioned Wall Drug.
Yeah.
They have, like, I don't know if it's even still there anymore. There used to be two wax museums. I think they might be both closed. The Presidential Wax Museum and the Wild West Wax Museum.
Hmm.
There's just all this stuff where South Dakota's like, hey, come to South Dakota. It's actually awesome. It's so great. You gotta come. And then you go there and it's South Dakota.
Yep.
And North Dakota, I will be honest, it's my home state. Most of my family still lives there. I love it. It's my home state. There's also nothing there. But at least we're honest about it.
Wow.
Like at least we're like, hey, come visit us because we're nice folks,
Hmm.
right? Whereas South Dakota's like, have you seen a giant pharmacy with a dinosaur in it? Don't
We
you
got
want
five
to?
cent coffee.
Right, right. So, anyways, my apologies to any South Dakota listeners. I hope you know that I'm just ribbing you in good fun.
Wow,
That's all.
that was highly entertaining. Thank you for that.
So, what else happens? Do we
Well,
want to
I was going
say
to ask though, have either of you ever tried to make Devil's Tower out of mashed potatoes? Because I certainly have.
no? I tried.
Uh,
I tried to make Richard Dreyfuss's head out of mashed potatoes.
How'd that go?
Poorly.
Yeah, I feel like it would be even harder to make Gonzo's head. So this is really a work of art that this lady has made.
yeah, it's
Mhm.
impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't tried to make. I used to like try and pick up mashed potatoes with my eyelashes, and
Wow.
that didn't work. But
Is
worked about
this
as well as Anthony making Richard
uh,
Dreyfuss's head.
is this when
Mhm.
you were a kid or like
Yeah,
a few
yeah.
weeks ago?
No, it was
Oh,
two
okay.
weeks ago.
Yeah, okay, good.
It was when I was a little kid when the love interest from Rookie of the Year taught me how to pick up mashed potatoes with my eyelashes. We went to grade school together.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
He
huh.
was also Julie the Cat Gaffney in Mighty Ducks 2.
Oh, sure. Sure. I
Hmm.
saw that.
Hmm.
I I don't know. All I remember from Rookie
I'm
of the
just
Year.
giving Cam Garrity more movies to put in his
Oh yeah, every
Yeah.
time.
All I remember from Rookie of the Year is that it's a PG movie for children where they say funky butt lovin' over and over and over.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
The 90s were quite a time.
I just learned that the reason that Daniel Stern's character kept getting stuck places was s so he could direct the movie.
He's the director of
Yeah.
that,
And
yeah.
he didn't have to be in most of the movie. And he could just shoot all of his stuff in one day and then like spend the rest of the movie directing. Anyway, we're
Yeah,
talking about the wrong
His
movie.
that
no, but
works.
it's no, but as long as we're talking about Rookie of the Year, Daniel Stern's one and only directorial credit.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Uh, Fun fact:
Yeah.
Rookie of the Year and Little Big League,
Hmm.
the little kid Major League Baseball movie shot in my state, Minnesota.
Aha.
Um, one year later, that movie was directed by Andrew Scheinman, who produced like most of Rob Reiner's movies. He's like a
Yeah.
executive at Castle
Hmm.
Rock, and that's also the only movie he's ever directed.
Wow.
Oh,
So both of those little kid in the Major League movies were directed by a man who has spent their entire adult life in the film business, but only directed that one movie.
that is fascinating.
Yeah.
And I just remember when I saw Rookie of the Year when it came out, I haven't seen it in years and years, but Ian Gomez has an extremely small role
Yeah.
as like a hotel concierge or bellhop or something, and I just thought he was hilarious in like the one or two scenes that he's in.
Snapper Carr from Supergirl?
He probably would have
Did
been
he do that?
at Second
Yes.
City at the time,
Oh,
which
that
is
makes
why he
sense.
was in
Probably,
Yeah.
yeah.
Chicago.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Awesome.
that's Rookie of the Year.
We're just loving
2 minutes
talking
at a
about
time.
we are just loving talking about Muppets from Space today.
Did he
Uh
say funky butt lovin'?
he said it. That's he said it so many
Uh,
times. And then you remember when he got sent back in time to King Arthur times and he met
Oh, that's the same actor,
that's
isn't it?
Thomas Ian Nicholas,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And he met Kate Winslet and Daniel Craig there.
Oh, I
Remember
haven't
that?
seen it. I didn't know they were in
I
that.
Remember
thought
that?
that was Keisha Knight Pulliam.
Oh, yeah, that's a movie, isn't it? That's a TV
Yeah.
movie, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, huh.
What's that thing called?
Connecticut Yankee in King Arthur's Court.
It was still called that. That's the name of the
Yeah.
Marquee now. Huh.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Because the 90s one is A Kid in King Arthur's Court. I saw it in the theater and it's
Oh,
very bad.
this was
Nice.
directed by Debbie Allen, I believe.
What?
Yeah, I think so.
Keisha Knight Pullum's TV mom's real life sister?
There you
Yeah.
go. You said that a lot more concisely than I could have.
That's what I'm like.
Yeah. I
So
was like, oh yeah, she was on a show and her mom was played by a lady who's was the sister of the other lady. Yeah,
Yeah.
you did it better.
Felicia Rashad, Apollo Creed's baby mama, I guess. Creed, we should talk about that 2 minutes at a time. Creed is awesome. All
Never
right.
seen it. I think
You
it's
know
already
something,
on
Ryan? You
Cam's
gotta
list
see
though.
Creed, dude.
I
You gotta
know.
see Creed. It
I gotta
rules.
see every movie.
When it
Gotta
came
see.
out, somebody posted about it on Facebook, and I totally thought they were talking about the band, and I was like, "Oh, why? Why? why?"
The part where Michael B. Jordan sings "Can You Take Me Higher," I've heard
Oh
is really
yeah,
The
good.
part, the part where Michael B. Jordan sings, "Let's play ball, it's game day." The Marlins theme song by Scott Stapp.
the part where
Florida
Sylvester
Marlins.
Stallone comes in and sings "With arms wide open."
Hmm.
That actually does sound like Sylvester Stallone.
So back at the TV station,
Oh
Miss
boy,
Piggy has Agent Barker tied up on the side of some weird barrel. What
yeah.
do we think about that?
I
Why
think
Well,
is
it's a
the
well.
is it not the desk of the UFO Mania set? I
is
guess
it that makes sense?
I
Yeah.
I
thought
thought it
so,
was
but
a
maybe not.
well.
Is it? Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
I think of it as some weird barrel. It just seems
Yeah,
like it's an excuse for him to fall into something.
Right,
right.
yeah.
You
Okay,
know.
it's a weird barrel or a well.
He says that's all I know, and then Miss Piggy recaps the plot about Covenant so far, about Covenant
Yes.
kidnapping Gonzo, and then she just says thank you, darling, and knocks him into the barrel as she stands up.
By hitting him in the junk again, right?
Again, yeah, I think so. That general area.
Mm.
And then she delightedly yells, "At last, a real story, intrigue, danger, new outfits, and it's mine, 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 all mine." And then she laughs and runs away. I know it's all just like all you can do is sigh. And
It's so
then,
Yeah.
depressing.
yeah, and then she sticks her head back in, looks directly into the camera, and says, "Ah, come on, please. You think Ted Koppel never gets excited?" Now, I ask you, is that the first acknowledgement that this is a movie? Miss Piggy talking directly to the camera.
I think so.
I think that was not in the script at all and was just Frank Oz sticking the puppet back in the camera.
That seems very likely. Maybe we should say who Ted Koppel is. He
Oh,
was
yeah,
the
sure.
he was the host of Nightline, a long-running late-night news program on NBC, which the Muppets appeared on some years
ABC, I
earlier.
think.
On
ABC,
ABC,
yeah.
yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. What did I say? I said NBC.
NBC.
Yeah, it was on ABC. And the Muppets appeared on it some years earlier when Jim Henson was alive.
Yeah,
Yeah,
talking about the stock market.
right. They
Yes.
were invited to explain how the stock market works when the big crash happened in 1987.
And then Ted Koppel was featured in at least one documentary about Jim Henson, like in one of those
Oh,
Talking Heads documentaries in the 90s.
Yeah, was that great performances? Maybe.
Maybe
yeah, I think it is. Yeah. Yeah.
him and Francis Ford Coppola, maybe, or
That
somebody
sounds
like
right. That sounds
that.
plausible.
Yeah.
And
And
he's also one of the people Kermit interviewed when he guest hosted Larry King Live.
right.
Mm. And he was probably also
Is that
in Put Down the Ducky, maybe? Or am I thinking of somebody
hmm.
else? No, I'm thinking of McNeil Lehrer.
That's yeah, either McNeil or
Oh yeah,
Lehrer,
the
whichever one.
PBS guy. I think
McNeil,
It's McNeil,
It's
right? Who
Robert McNeil, yeah.
lived
because
much longer
Cookie
because it
Monster
was the
calls him
McNeil
Mr.
report.
McLehrer, and he says the name is McNeil.
Great,
Yeah,
Ah, let's
love
talk
it.
about that 2 minutes at a time.
I would be up for
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Anyways, then Miss Piggy runs away, we see that Agent Barker is still struggling to get out of the barrel. Haha, so
Haha.
funny and good.
So funny, so good.
I'll I'll say this though, like I've kind of said this already a bunch of times. I don't know why none of this stuff bothers me like Muppet Treasure Island.
I don't know why
I wish
either.
I could explain why, because like this is not a funny scene. It's not a good scene,
No.
but it doesn't hurt me like Muppet Treasure Island's attempts to be wacky. I don't know why.
I don't know.
Listeners, listeners, if you can read my mind, let me know why this movie goes down so much smoother for me than Muppet Treasure Island does, because I'm trying to figure it out and I can't.
Is it because like Treasure Island was beating a dead horse? Like,
Maybe yeah, maybe that it's a less good version of Christmas Carol, you mean, kind of
yeah,
thing.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, whereas this one is just so unassuming. This one is just so like, here, watch the Muppets faff about for 87
Yeah.
minutes. Who
Watch them do
cares?
stuff.
Whereas that one is so ambitious that I'm like, why isn't this realizing its ambition?
Oh, so
Is
you'd
Yes.
rather the
this
Muppets
movie
aim
had
low?
no. if that was the answer, I would
They
just
don't
say
have
that.
to aim this
You
low.
know? No, no, they don't. And it's again, Ryan, as we've discussed, like this is number seven for me. It's not like I think this is the peak of
No,
Muppet
I know.
achievement,
Yes.
you know?
I may
Right.
have said this on a previous podcast, but like uh, from what I understand, they were like in the scenes in the bus where Fozzie's driving, they were just like calling out lines for them to try from like the camera car. Like they were just trying to improvise their way through shooting anything that they could shoot, and that will fix it later in looping. Like
Mm.
Yeah.
it seems like they were holding this movie together with duct tape.
Yeah. No, I can see that. And as we've discussed and will discuss further, there are a lot of things I like a lot more than this in it. But it does have a lot of stuff like this too, where it's just kind of like, oh yeah, yep, there it is.
There it is.
Uh, next thing, this is still happening. There's more of this. 2 minutes. We see a black sedan approaching Covenant, and we hear Rizzo say, "So this is the car that takes us to the limo, right?"
Speaking of lines that were looped over
Yeah.
later.
Well, and
Exactly.
Rizzo just keeps yakking because then it goes over like a speed bump,
Uh-huh.
and we hear Rizzo continue. He says, "Oof, you should have somebody look at those shocks."
Yeah,
And
it's like,
Steve sounds like he's really trying.
Yeah,
oh yeah,
it
yeah.
sounds like he's just like in the booth watching the video and like like MST3K almost.
I had
Like
that same
just
thought, yeah.
yeah, just saying what he
Yeah.
sees.
Right.
Yeah. But then we cut to the puppets, and Rizzo is still talking away. Barker's fellow agent, who never says a word, is carrying Gonzo's weird alien costume, and Rizzo says, "At least they carried our stuff." And then he turns to the guy and says, "Don't hold your breath for a tip." Again, none of it is really jokes, but Rizzo sure
No,
is saying words.
he is.
And then we see K. Edgar Singer, who raises his hand as they approach and says, "As ambassador of Earth, I welcome you," accompanied by some hand and arm gestures.
Which I don't think are American Sign Language. I
No.
wondered if they
No.
might be, but no, I don't think they are.
Mm-mm. But Gonzo imitates his arm movements, and Rizzo just says, "Yeah." And that's where we leave him.
Yeah.
We the clip ended with Gonzo staring directly down the lens as if to say, "Help me."
Yeah, right. So this is not the highlight of the picture. Thank you for joining us, Noah. Do you have do you have any other thoughts about these 2 minutes before we move
Uh
on, Noah?
I much like you looked up the kid in that
Mhm.
scene. I looked up the mashed potato lady, and
Oh, right. I
Okay.
skipped over that. Yeah.
she
Go
has a
ahead.
similar story in that I think she's just a local Wilmington actress because most of her credits are just other things, local things in Wilmington. But
Yeah.
the reason I looked her up is because she looks like somebody who might play a Susan Sarandon character in a TV movie.
Huh.
Like
Oh, yeah, for sure.
like if they were going to do the TV movie version of Bull Durham or something.
Sure.
Um,
Sure.
Did we say that her name is Elaine Nailey?
we didn't say that her name is Elaine Nailey.
But yeah, she was on three Dawson's Creeks.
Oh, good for her.
Yeah, it's three different characters. It looks like just
Oh,
they
that's
needed a
fun.
lady.
Yeah.
They needed. She played PTA member, nurse, and front desk woman.
Hmm.
It looks like she was on a Star Trek: The Next Generation. So in the '80s, maybe she was LA based because she's on Star Trek: The Next
Hmm,
Generation. She's on Hill Street Blues, Newhart.
Oh, okay.
maybe. Maybe she
And
like
then
moved to Wilmington,
yeah,
after that.
during the Wilmington, she was on a Sleepy Hollow. That's a Wilmington show. Much later.
Yeah.
During the
So
Wilmington boom, you said?
yeah,
Yeah,
Dawson's Creek, Muppets from Space. Yeah, Elmo and
along
Right.
Grouchland.
Grouchland. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ryan. Do you have anything else about these two?
About these 2 minutes, I did want to say I like the costume choices of all these Gonzo fans. A lot of them are kind of dressed like hippies or just kind of, I don't know, like counterculture types. which seems right to me as the kind of people who might just be watching UFO Mania in the middle of the day and then they have time to drop everything and go to Gonzo's house. So
Right, sure.
just, yeah, good job, costume department. And then a couple things from the screenplay drafts. In Jerry Jules' drafts, Piggy and Agent Barker's fight goes on even longer than this, and they end up wrecking the whole studio before she actually incapacitates him. And then in the drafts, as she leaves him behind, he says, "God, what a woman," which is probably okay that they left that out of the final movie.
Yeah.
And then in the 2/27/1997 draft, we still have the Colonel Rushmore character, who's kind of like Singer or General Left. When the
What
agents, oh, wait, what?
has it been 227 the whole time?
One of the drafts that I've been reading from is the, yeah, February 27th, 1997 draft.
Your 16th birthday.
Yes, that's
We haven't
correct.
we haven't talked about that yet, right? Like
No,
I
I
don't
mean
I
it's
don't think
not
I noticed the date or
it's
caught the date.
it's not relevant to the contents of the
Yeah, but
screenplay
isn't
draft.
yeah, but isn't that exciting?
It is kind of exciting to know that Jerry Jewell turned in a screenplay draft on my birthday. Yeah.
Yeah, yes. That is
Yeah.
I'd be thrilled if it was
He
mine.
was thinking about Muppets on your birthday.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's nice.
yeah.
I wish I could remember what exactly I did on that particular birthday, but yeah, I don't know. But anyway, in this one, Colonel Rushmore, when the agents bring Gonzo and Rizzo in to see him, he's alarmed because he is, quote, phobic about rodents. But he
Okay.
actually thinks that Rizzo is a mouse. And Rizzo protests because, quote, mice are icky.
All
So
right.
there's that. In the 5/26/1998 draft, Kermit comes home from the studio to find Gonzo's fans at their house, like in this movie. One of them asks, is this where the Gonzo guy from outer space lives? Kermit says, yes, but how did you find this address? And a teenager, it's specified as a teenager, says, it's posted on the internet. And Kermit says, figures, most everything is these days. So, as of that time, that was still a funny novel joke to
Yeah.
say, "Oh,
Yeah.
everything's on the internet these days."
Yeah, like the Dennis Leary joke where he just says www.whatthef.com like it's a punchline and the
Yeah,
crowd goes nuts.
yeah.
What was
That
that in?
It's a Dennis Leary joke where he's talking about it's the Dennis
Oh.
Leary joke where he's like, you can't get it. Can I get a cup of coffee anymore? Cappuccino, frappuccino, mochaccino. And then he yells, what the F?
Mhm.
And then he says, www.whatthef.com. Like
and
he
that
just says
was
that as like a
yeah,
punctuation, and the crowd loves it. It's like it's around this time. It's like 2000-ish.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what happens. Like, there was a time where you could say hashtag and say anything, and that would be a joke, and people would laugh at
Right.
that.
Yeah.
But that also reminds me of, I don't know why I remember this. Maybe it was a running gag on David Letterman's show. Before there was an official website for the Late Show with David Letterman, somebody wrote into the Late Show mailbag asking, "Do you have a website?" And he was like, "Yeah, we do. Here's the address. You ready to write it down? www.com w// Dave." Like, and he just went on and on like that. And the
Yeah.
audience loved it.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
Yep.
www.com late show com www Dave.
Great. All right. So we haven't talked enough about this movie yet. So, Noah, we got two questions this season.
Yeah.
First one is, what is your history with Muppets from Space?
Muppets from Space. I saw in the theater 4 times.
Great.
Wow.
Because I had 3 different groups of people who wanted to see it with me. And also, when did this come out? What month?
June 1999.
Was it June or July?
No, July. I keep saying June. July 14th, 1999.
Because in May of 1999, I had gone to a 3-day Muppeteer workshop at the Townhouse in New
Mm.
York, uh, where I learned all about the movie, and they didn't have any of the puppets from this movie, but they had a bunch of the Grouches from Grouchland, like all the newly made Grouch puppets from that. And one of the other puppeteers there had been an extra at like the beach scene for Muppets from Space. And so Kevin, who was running the workshop, already knew him from that shoot, and um, was like he was, his favorite on that day. But seeing it, I remember being uh probably let down. Um,
Mm.
Sure.
uh, it didn't have any original music. It was just kind of, I don't know. It didn't seem like they were trying very hard. But like with every Muppet movie, I was really excited about like the production of it, and I got this like the making of
Me-
the movie book.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Um,
we got to
great.
get our hands on one of those.
Yeah,
I mean, for the time period and for being like ostensibly a kid's book, it really does have a lot of like really awesome like photos and stuff in it.
Oh yeah,
And
so
it talks
you're
about,
showing us a picture of
yeah,
Gonzo, I guess when he's flying through space,
yeah, and
and
he's
there are
being,
four puppeteers wearing green suits against a green screen.
so that's, I'm guessing that's Dave, and then Drew Massey, Peter Linz, and John Kennedy.
Right.
yeah,
Yeah,
awesome.
cool.
Um, and the whole book is filled with stuff like that, like and it has like pictures of all the puppeteers and all the stars and everything. And so I was really excited to read that book, and uh, out of that came like an excitement for the movie, itself. Not, I still didn't think it was any good, but I really liked seeing the Muppets. You like seeing the Muppets on the big screen, like it's,
Yeah.
it, it you see them a lot bigger, and it's like a lot more detail and stuff. Also, I've been waiting and waiting to show these off. I have Muppets in Space jelly
Ah.
jars.
Oh, you have
Sure,
the
awesome.
And
lids.
oh, not only do I have the lids, I have
Oh.
26-year-old grape jelly.
Incredible.
Wow.
Uh, yes, I dare not
Eat
open
it,
it.
eat it. No,
Listeners, write in and tell us how much you'll give
Yeah.
Noah to eat that 26-year-old jelly.
Yes. Let's if you donate over $500 to Tough Pigs,
Oh, yeah,
I
okay.
will eat this jar of grape jelly.
It's a
the whole
fundraiser.
thing.
Oh yeah,
And then it'll cost triple that amount for your visit to the emergency room.
that's
Right.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just like, Noah, stop. I only wanted you to eat one bite. Stop.
No, no, I gotta eat all of it.
Oh, that's awesome. All right.
Uh,
And then the second question is,
yes,
since this is a sci-fi movie,
right.
what is your favorite sci-fi movie or show or book or theatrical experience?
So growing up, I was always a Star Wars guy,
Sure.
and I, loved Chewbacca was my favorite, and like I just and was always very quick to put down Star Trek. And then over the pandemic, my friend Ryan, we were writing a like a Star Trek uh, esque puppet show, and he said, "Well, if you've never seen Star Trek, then we can't write this show. So I'm going to show you Next Generation." And we watched Next Generation together over Zoom, and
Hmm.
I fell head over heels in love with Star Trek. And I think Deep Space Nine probably is my favorite sci-fi thing.
Great answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great answer. I will tell the listeners that I have very fond memories of being in Dreamhaven Books in Minneapolis with you,
Mm-hmm.
flipping through an issue of Starlog
Yep.
that was about the making of Trials and Tribulations, the Deep
Oh,
Yes.
nice.
Space Nine episode where they go back in time to the original.
I love that episode so much. I've seen that maybe more than I've seen any other episode of that show.
Yeah, it's a great one.
It's a great one. I started getting really angry towards the very end when what is her name? The
Jadzia Dax, Terry Farrell.
no, the evil lady who
Louise Fletcher.
yes,
Kai Wynn.
Kai Wynn, yes. When she and Gul Dukat started like just messing with everything, and it was like
Sure. Yeah.
uh yeah, it was I even went and found over the pandemic Andy Robinson and Sid started doing their own.
Like a recap podcast, right?
It wasn't it was a it was like an extended almost romance between their two characters.
We should clarify. Like, listeners are probably already confused, many,
Probably.
but those who know Deep Space Nine maybe don't know that you're referring to Garrick and Dr. Bashir
Thank you.
when you say those two actors' names.
Because I could not remember, like for whatever reason, either character's name in that moment. But Garrick and Dr. Bashir on the show were written as getting closer and closer and becoming very good friends. And then there was a lot of internet rumors that they would ship very easily. And so there was a, Andy Robinson and Alexander
Siddig.
Siddig, yeah, uh, wrote together this extended radio play, basically, and the two of them, and they got Armin Shimmerman and
Hmm.
Nana Visitor and Terry Farrell and um, like Jake Sisko and all these Star Trek, Deep Space Nine people to come and just because it was the pandemic and they had nothing else to do, they just all got on Zoom and did this really cool, heartfelt extension the of the show.
Yes, and it was called Little Achievements.
So that and what is the name of that documentary?
What you leave behind.
What we leave behind.
Yeah, what we
That
left behind.
what
I
we
think,
left
right?
behind. Yes,
Yeah, because what you leave behind is the series finale,
is the series finale. Yes.
right? Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what we left behind is also a wonderful thing to watch as a Deep Space Nine fan, because it is half like a retrospective of the show, and then half the writers' room getting back together to write a final season that like ties everything together and serves the characters better or whatever. And it's just lovely to see. Anyway, that's my favorite
Yeah. No,
sci-fi thing.
no, great answer. Deep Space Nine is awesome. Remember
Yeah.
when Odo adopted a Jem'Hadar baby? All right, listeners, thank you for tuning in to Moving Right Along. Sorry. Oh man, what a program! All right,
A Deep Space Nine
listeners,
Barney Rubble podcast.
yeah. Welcome to Moving Right Along, a Deep Space Nine Barney Rubble podcast brought to you by toughpigs.com.
Wow.
Wow, I sure do love that Dominion. All right. So, listeners, check out toughpigs.com. We're on the internet at toughpigs.com. We're on Facebook, we're on Blue Sky, we're on Instagram, all over the place. You can become a patron of ours on Patreon. Somewhat recently, we had a bonus episode of this podcast posted to our Patreon in which Cam Garrity quizzes us about the movies we have mentioned on the program. So become a patron of ours if you want to hear more of whatever this is. You can email us at movingrightalong@toughpigs.com to tell us, I don't know, which Jeffrey Combs character is your favorite. Sure. And you can follow Ryan on Blue Sky at me, Ryan Rowe, and on Letterboxd at Movies Are Neat. You can follow me on Blue Sky at Durwood Clapper and on Letterboxd at Zeppo Marxist. Noah, where can our listeners find you and your work online?
They can find me on Instagram at Art by Noah Ginex or at Noah Ginex Puppet Co. They can find my website at www.com.com, noahginex.com. Or you can Google me or find me reading random Tough Pigs articles.
Mm,
Yeah.
Sure. Well, we appreciate it.
nice.
And thank you again for being here. Thank you as well to Jordan Brandon for our theme music and to Morgan Davy for our logo. And thanks to you, as always, listener, for listening, for your support, and for giving us that positive review that you gave us last week. You already gave us a positive review 35 minutes ago.
Yeah, that was so nice of you to do that. Thanks.
It was. And we'll be back next week with another episode of Moving Right Along. Goodbye.
Just for the record, the official state tourism slogan of Wyoming is "That's Wyoming."
And now rotate from the shoulder slowly. Funky butt loving.
Did he say funky butt loving?
Oh,
I'm sorry.